Thank you, Jesus. The Bible tells us that weeping may endure for the moment, but it's joy that comes in the morning. And I'm going to tell you, that's exactly Psalm chapter 30, verse 5. As you can see, I'm pouring hot sauce in this hot stuff, Jesus, in this hot stuff glass. By the way, this is more than a shot. This is more than 2 ounces. Yikes, I am scared. So that you can kind of understand, you know, the length or whatever, right? Okay. And it's filled to about here, or, you know, toilet tissue, because you know what? I'm going to be weeping. All right. You know, okay. So this is how big it is. So you can see how big it is. And it's filled to about there. You can see that. Lord have mercy. I've been avoiding this. And I'll tell you why I've been avoiding this, because I had the bubble guts last week. This stuff tastes absolutely delicious. Stagnant. The trash is all over there. This stuff tastes absolutely delicious. It does. I needed a hotter hot sauce. And this is literally hotter hot sauce. Here is how hot it is. I don't know what the Scoville is, but the sucker is 1.5 notch from extremely hot. It's very tasty. I mixed it up with a whole bunch of other stuff though. So, you know, the level of tasting by itself, we're going to find out right now. But again, this is powerful. This is, this stuff is powerful. I'll read Psalm chapter 30, because guess what we're talking about today? We're talking about what your average coach won't tell you. I've got a long list of things. We're going to go through all of that. But first, we're going to get into the word. Psalm chapter 30. A psalm, a song for the dedication of the temple of David. I will exalt you, Lord, for you lifted me out of the depths and did not let my enemies gloat over me. Lord, my God, I called to you for help, and you healed me. You, Lord, brought me up from the realm of the dead. You spared me from going down to the pit. Sing the praises of the Lord, you, his faithful people. Praise his holy name, for his anger lasts only a moment, but his favor lasts a lifetime. Weeping may stay for the night, but rejoicing comes in the morning. I'm looking forward to the AM. When I felt secure, I said, I will never be shaken. Lord, when you favored me, you made my royal mountain stand firm. But when you hid your face, I was dismayed. To you, Lord, I called. To the Lord, I cried for mercy. What is gained if I am silenced, if I go down to the pit? Will the dust praise you? Will it proclaim your faithfulness? Hear, Lord, and be merciful to me. Lord, be my help. You turned my wailing into dancing. You removed my sackcloth and clothed me with joy, that my heart may sing your praises and not be silent. Lord, my God, I will praise you forever. All right, that's Psalm chapter 30. Yeah, check it out, you guys. Like I said, you know, I'm scared right now because one, I haven't tried it like all by itself. I made it a little bit sweeter when I was making some chicken, and, I made a nice, because buffalo ain't really that hot to me either. So I made like a nice little buffalo chicken sandwich. It was really good. But yeah, I went in on it, and I did saute it up with a whole bunch of other stuff and some seasoning. It was just really good. But yeah, I ended up having bubble guts the next day, and guys, we're gonna talk about it, but all right, don't be a punky, money, let's go. Okay, I'm gonna take this shot straight. I've got some ginger ale ready to go. You know what, I'm just kind of ooh, it's shaking. It was shaking. I shook it up a little bit. All right, I got a little bit of crackers or whatever, so we're gonna make this happen. And I got some cabbage I'm gonna end up making, but okay, we're gonna take this shot, bottoms up, and then we're going to talk about what your average coach won't tell you. Ooh, excuse me. Oh! It's hot. It's hot. Hold on. I don't want the guts. Ooh. Yeah, it's tasty. Mm. Oh, excuse me. I tell you what, it goes down smooth. Ah, my mouth is watering. Oh my God, how am I gonna make it through this? Okay. What your average coach will tell you. Excuse me. Look, this ain't, I'm not trying to be cute or anything like that. One, get with the times. If you don't get with the times, guess what? You're gonna be you could be the next Sears, Blockbuster, countless other businesses that are gone. Oh my God. Already. Number two, you're gonna feel like crap when people misuse you, and sometimes you might fight back. Look, when you're just starting out a business, if you don't know what to look for, you could actually end up being misused or taken advantage of. So it's important to pay attention, and it's important to be smart. It's important to know how people are first. And it's important to take your time. Excuse me. Look, like I said, I'm not trying to be cute right now. I'm going to be blowing my nose, crying right now. Oh my gosh. Okay. But you got to make sure that you pay attention and take your time. Take your time. Oh my God, it's getting hotter. It reached my ears. Yeah, take your time. Take your time with business partnerships out here. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful with doing business, period. You got to be careful with all people, especially with your business, because you gotta take your time. Just take your time. Oh my God. Okay, next up, you're gonna have some fails, but the real failure is in quitting. This is true. I'm telling you, a lot of these top entrepreneurs out there, they've already lost millions, hundreds of thousands of dollars. They failed that big, but they're your top entrepreneurs for a reason. Why? Because they continue to press forward in their purpose and in their vision to where you, were inspired as a result of them not quitting. That's why you want to look at every failure as a step. So be encouraged. You fail, keep it going. Excuse me. Pretty good book. My spiritual mentor mentioned it to me many years back. It's called Failing Forward by John C. Maxwell. Shout out to my apostle Ron Tolliver. All right. Next, get your advice from someone who has something that you want, who has already achieved what it is that you want, or the knowledge, right? This is important. Don't go to, let's see, here's a good example. I'm improv right now, but don't go to a coat maker and ask them to make you a bra, for an example, right? They only make coats. They're only good at making coats. But you're going there and you're like, hey, can you make me this bra? They don't know the measurements. They don't know what to do. You know, they make coats. That's what they do. So why would you pay a coat maker to teach you how to make bras? You can't. Not unless the coat maker decided to develop that skill and then create a course for that. So, right, think about what type of mentor you want. You can't really go, oh my gosh, this is not cute. Oh my gosh. It's cleaning me out. You know, to prep for this, I had a lot of dairy these last couple of days. To make it easier, I went kind of strategic with this one, y'all. Anyway, right? If you believe in God, right? I know I do. I know in God. I know my whys, right? But I can't necessarily go to someone who doesn't, right? To an atheist to tell me how to better serve God. That just doesn't work, right? Okay? So simple like that. Oh my gosh. All right. Due diligence helps in the long term. It's important. Why? Because wisdom is applied knowledge. When you apply what you learn and you apply all of the experiences and what you've learned from your experiences, your lessons, your failures, observations, and mentorship, guess what? You do your due diligence. Why? Because it saves you from more additional failures and mistakes in the long run. That's beautiful. Be wary of people that want you to join what they're doing just to save face. There's sometimes people, they want you just to connect with them quickly. like too quickly, right? And it's because they want you to help them out. They want you to save their face because maybe they were doing something the wrong way, right? Or maybe they're about to go out of business and they want you to help them, right? So you got to be careful because sometimes people can do different things. Hey, people are different in different times. Sometimes people, you get to see other side of different, you see other sides of people. So be careful with that. If someone wastes 10 minutes of your time, 8 minutes are your fault. Why? Because those first 2 minutes, you need to have the ability to recognize people for their emotional intelligence, verbal cues, social cues, all of those things. And that takes time. But if you start to study those things and get really into understanding effective communication and observation even more and reading people, you'll be even better with that. All right. I'm making it through, y'all. All right. Should I do this one? I'm kidding. I'm not. Like, that's enough. This is scorpion pepper hot sauce. 57,000 Scoville units, extreme hot. I wasn't sure how hot this other one was going to be, but look, I'm kind of good with hot sauce for right now. Let's see. Yeah, so don't let other people waste 8 minutes more of that 10 minutes. Why? Because if you ask the right questions and you read between the lines concerning the answers, you can find out who people are much better at a much faster rate. Stop asking for heavy guidance from people who don't even want what you want or even care. Look, why ask for someone to teach you about social media who hates social media? That doesn't make any sense. If you're trying to go to a destination, you need the GPS. You need the GPS and you need updated information. That's like going to getting an old map, right? One of those old large atlas maps, right? And it's from the 1920s. Times have changed. They bypass MapQuest. They bypass Google Maps. Look, that's it. Excuse me. That's it. Excuse me, y'all. Stop. Next one. People that always talk about the past cannot share much of your future. This is fact. If they always stuck in the past, man, could you imagine if everybody and their mama was still talking about Blockbuster? Meanwhile, Netflix is here. There's only one Blockbuster that remains, and it's for, it's like it's a tourist site now, right? This is a nostalgic site, an event. This is an experience that you can go back in time with. But could you imagine if everybody and their mom was still talking about Blockbuster? I know you guys hear me talk about it a lot because I actually remember Blockbuster. However, I'm using Blockbuster as an example of what not to do in business. You got to think about it, right? It's something that's relatable. People understand it. All right. Next up. Don't knock your friends that loved you and supported you in their own way. Look, just because your friends aren't out here going hard in a business or have a desire to even start a business or are even really interested in your business, but they love you and they're interested in you and they support you, why discard them? No, are you kidding me? Those are your day ones. Those are the people that will keep you humble. Those are the people that will still love you and show up in the event of an emergency. That's love right there. Those are the people that you could bring with you when you go to the top, when you're doing a bunch of things, and they could benefit from it as well. Why? Because they were there for you. That's love right there. You got to have friends like that, man. Look, that's beautiful. And compartmentalize your friends. I compartmentalize everybody. I got love for everybody. There's certain people that I'll allow to call me at any time, and then I'll call them at any time. Look, that's important. All right, let's try to get through this. Stop shoving your feelings down all the time. Don't suppress. Set up appointments to intentionally heal. Get a trauma therapist. I'm serious. Stop doing that. Stop suppressing. It's not good. It manifests in all negative ways. Actually, matter of fact, I like to say I'll tell you some more stuff later on. Whew. Hey, this is subsiding. I'm making it through, y'all. Actually practice your faith. You're going to need your spiritual foundation because when your flesh, mind, body, or even people aren't acting right, your faith is everything. You got to be able to recenter. You got to be able to tap into your spirituality and go back to the principles on how you got your peace and gained your peace. Therefore, lead into happiness. Next up, potential is the same thing as poop. Hey, potential has potential. Case in point,